Hey, welcome to Puro Dino. Let me start off this episode by, first of all, thanking everybody that has watched episode 1. I think close to 700 views at this stage, a week on, and 32 subscribers. So a really, really big thank you to everybody that has watched it. If you haven't watched it yet, do go watch the video. I'll link it in the description, and otherwise just go to the channel page. You'll definitely find it there as well. So a very big thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is something that is very important for a channel that is just getting started like ours. It does really help with getting the video recommended to more viewers. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're thinking about it, I would be so grateful if you did. That first episode was a big moment for us. Where we picked up the Dino and brought it home, and it's in the garage now, in our tiny little garage. And it was an emotional episode. It was a bit messy, a bit chaotic. My first video ever on YouTube, you could tell. It was also genuine, and I think that's what this channel is about. No flashy editing or anything, just honest storytelling. And I think that's what the video did. So, thanks a million to everybody. Some of you did raise some points of critique for the first episode, mainly about the music, and guys, you are definitely spot on. I tried to edit that as quickly as I could. It's basically just one long music clip, and I could have picked different music. I liked it, but I think for the duration, I think it's 15 minutes in total. A little bit too much, but point taken. We're definitely going to make improvements. This episode, no music whatsoever, and that's actually the basic format for this channel. It's more about the car, what we're doing with the car, the progression, and the stories around the car. We're just a regular family that happened to buy this car, but it's not going to be a garage queen. It's going to be out on the road, and it's going to be driven, if not daily, very, very regularly. So, episode 2, let's get into it. Yeah, so the channel, what's the channel actually about? Is it another restoration channel? And yes and no. It is more than that. First and foremost, it's more of a sharing with all you viewers what it's like to have a car like this, what it is to drive, what it is to bring it back to its originality, and that's where the restoration part comes in. Obviously, that's going to be a big part, but it's not only about restoring a car. It's about having a car like this, what it means to us, and how we do that, how we live with it. And one of the big things that I do want to share with you guys is that if you do consider getting a car like this, which if it is your dream, go for it. But obviously, there's a lot of things to be aware of. Buying a car like that, the purchase price is only the beginning of very, very high costs, and I want to be able to share that with you, to kind of tell you this is what we're doing, this is how much things are costing, and so that you maybe get a better idea as well of what it means. People always tell you to be careful about it, but what does it actually mean? So maybe I can help you with that and share that with you. When it comes to the restoration part, it's not going to be a channel whereby I am going to be restoring the car. I'm not that sort of person. I don't want you watch me bungle things up on the car. I probably do more damage than good. That's not the intention. A lot of the restoration kind of part, that's going to be done by people that know what they're doing. That's also really big thing to factor in. If you buy a car like this, if you're like me, you need to make sure that you have the right people to contact. I've been really, really lucky to find a mechanic that is literally 4 kilometers from where we live, and he's a Ferrari specialist. I really do admire how he works, what he does. So I'm really lucky in that regards. But these people, with the amount of experience that they have, obviously they come at a cost as well, and that's also, you know, things that you need to take into consideration. But no, I'm not going to be doing the restoration bits myself. There's going to be small little things I'm going to be able to do myself, and I hope to be able to document that. Like the mechanic that I found, he is not somebody that likes the limelight. I kind of got referred to him by somebody else, and I told him, I said, I couldn't find you by Google searching and looking for the area, and he's 4 kilometers from here. And he said, yeah, that's pretty much on purpose. His attitude is very much, if you need him, you'll find him. And true, I did find him, very lucky. But hopefully I'll be able to get some videos done to share that with you on the channel as well. So as a restoration channel, there is restoration involved, but it's much more than that. It's about a story. It's about using it on a daily basis. A very big thing for me is in relation to bringing it back to its original identity. Once we have it painted back to the original color, we're not going to put the Dino badges back on then, which would be the appropriate way of doing things. We're going to just cover it up for the moment. My teenage son and me will be doing a road trip in this car to Maranello, from Hostel to Maranello, and we're going to see if we can get the badges put back on the car in Maranello. Very symbolic kind of thing. The car got its identity in Maranello in 1974. It would be really cool if we could give it back its identity after all these years, having spent as a Ferrari, to make it a Dino again, and to be able to do that in Maranello. That would be really cool. And obviously, you know, I want to share all of that with you guys as well on the channel. So who am I? I am Frederick. I was born and raised in Belgium. I moved to Ireland in 2000, where I lived and worked for 20 years. So in 2020, I moved back to Belgium with my wife. She's Irish, and 2 kids. They were born and raised in Ireland, and they are absolutely the coolest people I know. I'm so lucky. From a very young age, I was always fascinated and captivated by Ferrari, and I probably got that from my dad, who was really into cars as well. My dad also had a very big book collection about cars in general. I remember books on Formula One and just cars in general. But for me, it was always about Ferrari. It was always just very specific fascination with Ferrari. And I remember that one day my dad told me that I could take all the Ferrari books that were in his collection and put them in my bedroom, which was a big moment for me. It was a bedroom that I shared with my brother, who was he wasn't really into cars. He was into airplanes, fighter jets mainly, F-15, F-14, F-16, and so his side of the bedroom was all about airplanes, and my side of the bedroom was pretty much like Ferrari had thrown up all over it. And now I finally had those books that my dad said I could have in my room, which was pretty cool. And I remember there was a particular series of books on each book was about a specific model of Ferrari, the Daytona, the California, and so on and so forth. And one of them was about the Dino 246 GT. And I remember the cover of the book was just absolutely was such a nice picture. As a young child, I kind of thought this is the most beautiful car ever made, and I actually still think that. I actually still think that the 246 GT is the most beautiful car ever made. And taste is obviously very personal, and not everybody is going to agree with that, and that's fine. Which what's your favorite car? What do you think is the most beautiful car ever made? Share it in the comments below. Let me know. It would be really cool to see what your most beautiful or favorite car is. Would be really cool. But anyway, I fell in love with the shape of that car, the beauty of that car, and I didn't really understand the badge, the badge on the nose. It was not a Ferrari badge; it was a Dino badge. And as a young child, in my simplicity, I kind of thought, Ferrari has kept that badge for the most beautiful car that I've ever met, to honor it with a different badge, a Dino badge. Childhood logic, really cool. In that series of books, there was not a book on the 308 GT4, and so it was only much later that I found out about the 308 GT4. And I'm gonna be very honest, I didn't like the car. I didn't like the design of the car, but there was still something about the car, and it had that Dino badge as well on the nose, which had me really confused. So fast forward again to a couple of years later, and I kind of found out that the car was getting a lot of hate. Is maybe not the right word, but dislike, and people kind of dissed it and said it's not a real Ferrari, and so on and so forth. And for some reason, I kind of felt I have to take the car under my protection, and I started doing some more research into the car, and I kind of went down a rabbit hole. I became obsessed with the car. I really did. The history behind it, the identity crisis that it went through, what it actually meant for Ferrari, although a lot of people kind of say it's not a Ferrari, it's a Dino, and it's as if it's only a Dino. I never really got that. When I started going down that rabbit hole, I kind of thought, well, why do people not like this car more? And I started to appreciate the design a lot more. To where we are today is I'm just obsessed with this car. It's I don't think it's an ugly car at all. It's not as beautiful as the 246 GT. Sure, that's true, but I really do like the design of the car these days, and it's, for me, it's specifically about that history, the background, the incorrect things that are still floating around. The same things get repeated over and over again. And I think that's what hopefully this channel will be about as well. Researching, critical about what's being told in popular lore, and being very critical about that, and see if there is truth out there that we don't know yet, and maybe set the record straight. That'd be really cool. So the car itself, yeah, this is chassis 08788, and how did I get it? It's a bit of a story in itself. When I started looking for these cars, which is a long time ago, and in those days they were indeed affordable in brackets, and I kind of thought, well, maybe I'm starting to make a little bit of money. And saying that I had an income, which was all I could say about that. But I kind of thought if I save really well, maybe one day I can afford a car like that. And but every time when I checked back, the prices kept creeping up and out of reach. So then fast forwards to this year, and all of a sudden I noticed that there was a 308 GT4 for sale. Very close to where we live, and it was in a showroom. So I went to have a look at the car in the show from the outside because it was closed, and then I noticed that there were some stickers hanging on the window, and it's an auction house that is selling cars and has them on display there. So I checked out the auction house. I checked out the auction, but the auction was already over. I seen that the car wasn't sold, so the minimum reserve price wasn't met. So I emailed the auction house and asked if I could make a bid outside of the auction itself, and they allowed it. They asked me, what I would offer for the car. Then checked it with the owner, and the owner rejected it, saying that it's nowhere near what he wanted, and he said, I won't let the car go for anything less than that amount of money. But I did continue on looking for a car, a 308 GT4, because I kind of thought, well, it really is a now or never sort of thing. And really by chance, really by luck, I found 08788 in a garage, and it was being sold for a client of the garage. So I went to have a look. I liked the car, got in contact with the owner. We talked for a very long time, and we agreed on a price, and that's how I ended up with this car. And so last weekend we brought it home. It's now in this tiny little garage, and loving every single minute of it. I still can't believe that I was able to fulfill that dream. But yeah, here we go. The car, this car, has a lot of original things that are either missing or that aren't original to the car. The badges. It has a very weird nose badge. The person that put the Ferrari badge on the nose actually decided to embed it into the nose, which is a bit weird, but we'll get back to that later. It has a Ferrari script on the boot of the car. It has the Cavallino Rampante next to the license plate. It, for some reason, has rivets in the door panel. No idea who decided to do that. There is a GT4 badge on the dashboard, which I think could be the original badge that was on the boot. They painted it red and put it on the dashboard, which kind of breaks my heart if it is the original badge that was on the boot of the car, because they are so hard to find, the original ones. So there's a number of those kind of things. The push button on the steering wheel, the horn push button on the steering wheel is a Ferrari one. And I can't think of all the kind of things off the top of my head at the moment. I have a whole list of things that I would like to do to the car, rebadge it, and bringing back a lot of the originality, putting back the original wheels on it as well, with the Dino center caps and all that sort of stuff. So that's kind of the car that we have right here. So yeah, what's up next? That's probably going to be the next video. First of all, we need to get the car back on the road. We need to get the car back driving again. It needs to have its inspection done, which we're preparing for at the moment. We have the battery replaced. I tried to get the car started. I did a lot of things wrong. I drowned the engine. The mechanic was so nice that he actually dropped over here and got the spark plugs replaced. We got the engine started, but there was still a lot of unburned fuel all throughout the engine. So we're not going to pass the inspection as it is at the moment, so it needs a little bit of cleaning up done before we can do that. Then once we have all of that sorted and it's back on the road, then I think first of all we're going to just take a little bit of time, enjoy the fact that the car is back on the road. Just do a couple of videos on driving it. I'm gonna have to get to know the car. I'm gonna have to learn what it wants, what it doesn't want. But that's the whole point of this car. It's about the emotion of driving. It's about the going through the gears, clicking with that gated shifter. So yeah, that's going to be the next kind of step, getting it back on the road, driving it, and then we're gonna start going through our list, and it is a long list. going from small little details to also the bigger kind of things. And then, you know, the big step then is going to be getting the car repainted back to its original color. The original color of the car was Bianco Polo Park, white. So we're gonna be repainting it back to that original color. Some people are totally against that. They think we should keep the car in red. I think it looks okay in red, but I think the combination of the red exterior with the blue interior for me doesn't really work. I think it would be much nicer to have a white exterior with the blue interior. What is your opinion? Do you think the car looks great in red because it looks more Ferrari that way, or do you think no, go with the white and bring it back to what it was? Let me know in the comments below. Are you team red or are you team white? Get the nose fixed. As I said, the Ferrari badge is embedded in it at the moment, so that all needs to get properly fixed. And then when we have it in the original color, then we're going to be doing our road trip up to Maranello with a teenager in a car that probably will break down a couple of times. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So that was episode 2. Thanks a million for watching, guys. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, share it with other petrol heads that you know. It's really important for us to get that algorithm going well. And let's bring 08788 back to life again, together. That would be really cool. So that's it for me, and hopefully see you next time for the next video. And until then, ciao a tutti. See you again. Bye.